Good evening, YouTube family. Welcome into Deborah's Intimate Moments in Deborah's Quiet Corner. How's everybody doing today? I hope you had a fabulous day. Today is Wednesday, and we're in the month of November. I'm just stopping through real quick to try to tell you some tips on how to get through this holiday. Just trying to give you a few tips. We have Thanksgiving coming up. We know that the markets don't have all of the items that we're looking for. I've been noticing that a lot of people been coming into the stores buying holiday stuff. I started seeing it like at the beginning of November. I'm very observant. So when I'm in the supermarket, I kind of glance down into people's carts. How many of you glance down into other people's carts sometimes to see what they have in their cars? I know I'm not the only one now. Come on. I know I'm not the only one that'll glance down in somebody else's cart to try to see what they have in their cart. So let me tell you some of the things I've been seeing in some of the people's carts starting at the beginning of November. People been getting those cranberries. You know, a lot of people like to make their own cranberry sauce. I've been seeing people buying pie crust and like butter, extra sugar. And I've just been seeing people like putting different things in their carts beginning in November, like the first week in November, actually, because they've been announcing it over the news, you know, that there might be a shortage and they may not have everything that you want for your Thanksgiving dinner. I know that some people been like even getting their turkeys early. I know, come on now, some of y'all been in there trying to get some of that stuff because you don't know if it's going to be available when it's time to go in there and get it. If you've been eating all year long and you blessed to have had a meal on your table all year long, you should have been being thankful all year long. It's nothing wrong with celebrating the holiday. Don't take it wrong, but don't be out here stressing yourself out over trying to prepare a holiday meal. Because if you can't get some of the stuff that they're saying that may not be available, you just go in there and cook what you have. You give thanks over it, and you be grateful. And I know they've been telling families, you know, if you're going to have a large crowd, even you that have been vaccinated and those that haven't been vaccinated, they're saying have an open window, run a fan to keep the circulation in the home circulating, because we all know that a lot of people have been hospitalized with COVID that have been fully vaccinated. So, you know, when the vaccine first came out, they had us under the impression that that was the fix all. But then as everybody started getting vaccinated, we found out that, you know, that wasn't a fix all, because many of those that had been vaccinated wind up getting sick, and then they saying that those that were vaccinated were at a higher risk of passing the new part of the pandemic, the second part that came up, the second surge, that those that were highly vaccinated could be highly contagious to those in the population. So even with that being said, they're trying to divide the families and telling families not to come together. They don't think it's wise. You have Dr. Fauci, you know, he's the mouthpiece that comes forth with all of these different things, and he tells the people that he's going to be with his family. So I guess you have to use discrepancy and wisdom, but don't stress out over the food, because I know some of us eat good all year long. And we should be being thankful all year long. So if you're blessed to get with your family and you're blessed to have your Thanksgiving traditional meal, whatever that may be, some people like a traditional turkey, some people like a traditional ham. Um, Most of us have collard greens, cornbread stuffing, or whatever your stuffing is of your choice. If you can't get that stuff, don't even sweat the small stuff. Just be thankful that you made it this far into this year of 2021. And then I know that a lot of people going to start their Christmas shopping. Let me tell you something. Don't go out here getting yourself in no debt over no one day of Christmas. If you don't have it, don't go and start using credit cards and putting all of this Christmas, one day Christmas stuff on your credit cards. And then, after the holidays over, them bills going to roll in January of 2022. If the good Lord spare this world a stand, them bills going to roll in. So just try to use wisdom during the holiday seasons and don't stress yourself out. Try to take some breaks. Try to breathe a little bit in between, your holiday shopping, your decorating. Because we all see how quickly these holidays pass. We do all of this preparation, and the holidays come and they go just like you snapping your finger. You can like blink your eye and the holidays over. So I guess my message isn't today not to enjoy it. It's to enjoy it and do what you can do. And basically you should be thankful that you made it up to this part of 2021. And, with the grace of God, we'll all be able to see 2022. And we just have to be grateful for where we are and what we have and what we may not have during these holiday seasons shouldn't put us in a slump and have us feeling some kind of way because we can't spread our table the way we want to. And eating all that food, cooking all that food, and overeating, it's okay. It's nothing wrong with that. But if you can't, please don't stress yourself out over that. Just be grateful for where you are and what you have. And like I said, if you don't have all of that money to be going into debt with these Christmas gifts, get what you can get. And people have to understand, we still haven't been announced that we're out of a pandemic. It still hasn't been announced that, the economy is getting back to where it needs to get back to. If anything, it's taking a hit, and we can still see the repercussions of all that has transpired for almost the last 2 years. We're almost 2 years into this pandemic where they're not telling us that, it's safe. They're saying that the numbers are going down, but they're not still giving any clarity on where we really are at this particular time with this pandemic. So just be cautious, be wise, use your money in a wise way, because after the holidays you still got to pay your rent. If you have a car note, your car insurance, and all of your responsibilities aren't going to stop because a holiday is coming. And we have to do things different than we used to do things. We can't continue to do things the way we used to do things because things are not the way that they used to be. And we have to come to the reality that our normal has been changed, and it has been changed forever. I don't believe we will ever get back to what we have been used to and what we consider to be normal. I don't think that is ever going to get back to what we consider normalcy. So just use wisdom during the holiday season, and just do what you can do. Don't get stressed out. Don't spend what you don't have. Don't go putting everything on these credit cards, because when that new year rolls in, that bill's going to roll in. Whatever credit card you put those items on, with that interest, that high interest rate, and you're going to have to pay that bill, whatever you put on that card. So what you can't get with what you have, just don't get it. I'll go into these different stores. Everybody wants to give you a credit card. And it seems easy. It seems like a quick fix. But you have to stop and think and know that there are no quick fixes, and that the high interest on those cards are probably off the chain now more than ever, because of our economy being in such a bad place. So just be content with the things that you have. And if God blesses you to do all that you desire to do for Thanksgiving, then you go on and do it. But if you see it's tight and you just can't pull it off, don't go and beat yourself up. Just keep it moving. And hopefully it'll get better. It'll never get back to what we're used to, but hopefully it'll get better. So I thank you for coming in for Deborah's most intimate segment in Deborah's Quiet Corner. I hope I said something today that you'll take into consideration and that can perhaps help you to make the best and the wisest decisions that you need to make during this holiday season. And just remember to pace yourself. Don't overexalt yourself. Don't overspend. Don't put yourself in debt for one day, because you have to live after that day. Like, share, and leave a comment, and please subscribe to my channel. And I thank you for coming in for Deborah's most intimate segment in Deborah's Quiet Corner. Good night. Love you guys. Bye-bye.